Welcome to this week's episode of Just Turkey. If you like fast-paced shows, this episode's for you. We've got a lot of kill shots. Sit back and enjoy.
So in 2019, I was having a hard time getting on Tom, so it was off to a rough start with, even before season, we had some bad storms come through, which knocked our turkey population down. So I knew it was going to be a rough year. I didn't know, we were just from scouting, I wasn't seeing as many turkeys as I thought I would be. So going into that year, I knew it was going to be tough to get on birds and we were going to have a hard time. So I went out there with low expectations, but high hopes. We were seeing this one hen, she had a really long beard, and I was going back and forth on whether I should shoot her or not. So I was texting Kurt and Ian while I was in the blind. She kept coming in and out of my decoys, and I didn't know what to do. I kept going back and forth. She had a really long beard, and I thought it'd be really cool to get one that had a beard. So I was texting them. They said, yeah, go ahead. So
smoked her.
she came back into the decoys one more time, and I couldn't help but shoot her. So I got a hen with ended up being about a 9-inch beard. It was really cool. So my 2020 Nebraska season, my goal was to shoot a turkey with a bow that year. I had not done that in many years, so I had high hopes on getting one with a bow. I practiced a lot, got out there, set a blind up over a standing cornfield basically. And that day it was really cool. I could hear the turkeys in the morning, they were gobbling in the roost, and my expectation was that they would come down to where I was right away, down in the corn in the lower mowed field kind of, and they didn't. And I was getting frustrated, wasn't seeing anything, so about mid-morning I got out of the blind to stretch my legs out and was thinking about picking up and leaving, and I looked behind me and there was a whole flock of turkeys behind me. So as this flock of turkeys was coming from behind me, I kept peeking out the back window to see how close they were, and they were getting really close. As a matter of fact, they were 2 to 3 yards away outside the blind, and it was really neat to have that many turkeys around you, but I was so scared to move because they were so close. I didn't want to make any sounds and spook them, so I just sat as still as I could be as they worked around the edge of the blind to where I could actually see them. And the first ones to come through were jakes, nothing with a long beard, and then finally after about 4 or 5 of them come through, here come a good long beard Tom, and I was really excited. And he walked out actually in front of an apple tree that we had planted that had a cage around it, and I was waiting for him to clear that. And once he cleared all that, I was able to get my shot off.
Expedition got it done. 10 yards, just smoked him. There was a bunch of toms behind me, and they just came, and there had to be 10, 15 toms and jakes all together, and I picked out one of the longest beard I could see and smoked him. First turkey of the year. Nice little tom. Couldn't believe it. Like I said, I was ready to pack up and go home, and this guy came right in front of me at about 10 yards. Couldn't ask for anything better.
After that hunt, I was super excited I got one down. couldn't believe it. His first year hunting with that bow and everything, so I was so excited. Then next up, I really wanted to get my son a turkey with his crossbow.
Well, we're all set up here, ready to go. It's Holden's first day out this season. He's going to try it with a crossbow today. I shot a turkey in this exact spot almost a week ago, so things should be good. It's a standing cornfield out in front of us. The turkeys seem to like to come into that right before they go up to roost, so we're going to see what we can do.
Finally, we had some turkeys come down into the cornfield, but we couldn't see them. And they were walking through the big corn, and we could hear them in there. And they worked in closer and closer. Finally, they were within range, but I couldn't get them on video and have my son in a spot where he could shoot from the blind. So I finally, after about 10 minutes of the true toms standing off to the side, strutting around, and not thinking they were going to come into decoys, I finally gave Holden the green light to shoot if he had an opportunity. He shot and smoked it, and it went flopping back into the corn a little ways. And I got my bow ready and thinking if another one steps out in front of me, I was going to be able to get a double, but it didn't work out that way. But Holden was super excited, got his first big game animal down with a crossbow.
Well, folks, couldn't be more proud. Holden shot his first turkey ever, and he did it with a crossbow. Made a great shot. Turkey was in the corn. I'm sorry I didn't get it on film, but they just hung up outside of view. But I thought we were gonna get a second bird because they kept fighting this one after he shot it. But that didn't work out, and the hens took off. So, but couldn't be more proud. What do you think, bud? Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope you all enjoyed it. Tune back next week, and we got another fabulous episode coming up.